Okay, just gonna solve some puzzles here. Need to see if the chat is showing at all. Let's see here. One sec. Where's the chat? Docs. There we go. Okay. And one more thing before I start solving. I'm just gonna check if the broadcast is actually going. Let's see. Just checking if the podcast is. If the broadcast is going. Yes, it's going. Okay. Let's do this. Uh, Actually, let's just check if yeah, okay, video capture is on, I guess. Whoops. Let's do this. Okay, first puzzle here. All right, what's going on here? We have. Can I cannot draw anything, right? Yeah, there we can draw. Nice. How do I draw? Uh, Oop. I can't. I guess there's no way to draw arrows or anything, so it's gonna have to. Okay. So I'm attacking the rook. Rook is under attack. I'm gonna take it very slow, just to ease myself into recognizing all the motifs. So the rook is under attack. Queen is under attack. We've got a nice pin thing going on there with the rook, open rook against the king, which means the white king might not be safe. Black king definitely is not safe with the rooks bearing down. We also have opportunity to take here two rooks for the queen. But then at the end we only have a bishop and a rook for white's queen, which doesn't seem like enough. Okay. What else is going on? So if I take the rook, he takes my queen, which is not good. However, aha, if we're going to take them and he's going to take us, then we can throw in an intermezzo with queen h5, threatening checkmate. When he deals with the checkmate, then we take the rook for free. The problem with this is we go there, he checks us on f8. Is there a way to make this better? I'm thinking rook takes first, king takes. Then that's actually checkmate. Check this out. There, queen here, and then queen h3 is actually checkmate. Nice. Okay, next one. So we're attacking the rook, but the knight's guarding it. That's a power balance square. Knight can take the bishop. That's guarded. Um, is there a way to kick out the knight? Not really. We can hit the bishop. The bishop looks a little bit trapped. Like with b3. Then let's say bishop d3. Doesn't seem to be doing that much. But there is rook e4 is another move. Then let's say queen f6. Hmm. How to make this work? Don't know. But check this out. If we take here, the pawn cannot take because actually the queen is pinning the pawn to the knight. So the rook would have to take. Still doesn't do anything. Okay, and then right, so rook e4 first. So this is actually amazing. So this isn't actually a. If I go rook e4 first, queen moves, then I take the bishop. Pawn cannot take because the knight's hanging. Rook cannot take because then, well, rook takes, pawn takes. At the end, I still get the knight. Let's try this out. Right. Okay. Here we've got a unprotected queen there, and it's vis-a-vis my own queen, which means knight f3. But the problem is queen takes knight. Okay. Um, what else is going on here? This knight is a power balance square. But I could take the bishop and then unleash the attack on the queen, and then take back with the knight so I win a piece. The problem, I'm just looking at it, what if knight f3, f6 first? Does that change anything? Doesn't seem like it changes anything. Good. Here, this king definitely does not seem very safe. So even if I went like rook here, next move there, that looks like bad news for white. He has no way to deal with it effectively at all. So I'm just going to try that without thinking any of this. Right, he has to give something up. Here we have another unprotected queen vis-a-vis my own queen. So rook anywhere. Let's say I take, he takes my queen, then I check first, throw in the intermezzo, then I take back. Let's try it. Look at the thing. Okay, here I could take the rook, in which case I'm up in exchange, at least, and a pawn. So what's the problem here? Then he takes my knight, right? And then material's actually kind of equal. So then I have to start thinking, are there any intermezzos I can flick in? Like, let's say rook check, king has to go to g6. Oh, there's no check I can do after that. Like, knight e5 doesn't help because queen takes. Oh, okay, but look, check this out. If I take the rook, takes the knight, I can come back with queen d3 check because this bishop is unprotected over there. And I pick up the bishop. One thing I have to just think about is if I take the rook, what if he checks first? Oh, not b1. King, okay, but the knight is controlling d6, so there's no bishop check. So there, I should have been a little bit more efficient, and I should have spotted the unprotected bishop. Would have helped me to see the answer quicker. So it's take the rook, then come back and check and take this bishop. Okay, here we've got another power bound square on d5, if the rook wasn't there. We've got some mate threats on the check on the back rank, maybe perhaps if a rook could get back there. If a piece gets onto the, like this is a knight fork, and it looks stupid, but actually it's not because after the pawn ends up there, king has to go back, then there's a back rank stuff, so let's just double check this. Let's say there, fork, pawn takes, king b8, rook check, rook check. Okay, first of all, if rook blocks, then I take this one, takes that one, and then rook check back there, and queen takes queen. So after this, he has to do rook takes, rook d8, right, and then I can take the queen because this rook is pinned. No, it's wrong. Amazing. Okay, let's check this. What did I get wrong here? Is it, maybe the queen is trapped. So then knight here. So it's much simpler. I should have seen this motif that the queen is trapped. Here, it just jumps up to me that I go bishop there, skewer the rooks, supported by this pin. Okay, I didn't need to move that. Okay, hold on. And what else? This pawn is very powerful. I just gotta double check. Does white have any moves after this? I don't think so. That's the answer. Okay, what's going on here? White to play. If I go pawn takes, then he has what? Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm just gonna take it. Oh no, he takes the queen. This pawn is pinned. So rook here makes sense. I just don't know if that's enough material to win afterwards. Because black kind of has a fortress going on. Like if queen takes rook, knight takes, rook takes. I'm not sure if that's enough. White has enough to win, but it's probably the answer. We can try this. What? It won't let me. Oh, rook is pinned, of course. Rook is pinned. Anyway, so I'm thinking if the queen is pinning the pawn to the queen, and I need to move it to take the rook, why not distract the queen away from the square? So then this makes a lot of sense. Right, now I take it. Okay, this king looks like it's in a precarious position. Not very safe here. Cut off as it is by the rook. So something like check there, no. How do I make use of this though? It's not easy. Okay, so maybe it's more about winning this rook because it's hard for the king to stay in touch with this rook. Like let's say if king rook here, King has to go to g3 to guard the rook. Then I check again with the rook, and I win the rook. Here, black's dark squares seem very weak. F7 is a power balance square. Ah, okay, this is a very nice one. Bishop h6. It kind of just jumped out at me. If king takes, there's queen h8 checkmate. If he doesn't do anything, queen g7 checkmate. Here I want to take the queen back, but then let's say rook takes pawn and he's up material. Or, yeah, no. He's up a pawn. So then the question is, can I make this better? So let's say I take here first. But then the problem is king g7 and he's guarding the queen. But then I go rook g8, king takes, and then I can even promote, and then, yeah. Like I get everything now. Yeah. Okay, here. What's going on here? So, I mean, queen takes queen and rook e2 winning the c2 pawn is the first move that comes to mind. But it doesn't help he takes c5. The king is kind of weak, not in a good position there. So something like queen check e5 already does a lot of damage. And then let's say pawn has to go to g3. Rook e2, no. Hard to make this work. I think it's after pawn takes, king g2. Yeah, so I don't know what happens after king g2, but what I do know is after pawn blocks, pawn takes, queen takes, he's losing the queen. Because I can distract his king with the rook. Okay, yeah, here I don't know what to do. I did make some progress though. Okay, I see it now. Rook e2. He cannot go rook king f1 because rook f2. And if he goes anywhere else back, then queen a1 is two. I control the two ranks. Nice. What to do here? Just thinking how. Okay, so the rook is unprotected. The king is also not in a good place. Like queen a1 already hits the rook, and it threatens rook h1. And then bishop h4 is coming. That's very strong. Let's checkmate. Let's try that. Alright. Here, white to play. This bishop is pinned, but white is running out of pawns, so white's not winning unless he can win some material here. So let's say I do something like this, then how is black stop? Okay, so then he pushes the pawn to e2. I take king back somewhere, like king e1. I have no way of stopping that pawn. Which makes me so rook c7, pawn e2, I take king e1. How do I stop the pawn? Right, so I check and then move the king out of the way. That's enough, yeah. And if he doesn't go to e1, then I have rook b8 checkmate. So this actually works. Yeah, then I move the king out of the way next move, and I can take the pawn. Then I'm just controlling the queening square. Let's make this the last one. So we have a pin here, which makes this a power bound square. One attacker, one defender. The queen looks a little bit trapped out there. Knight is unprotected. Okay, so how do I make this work? And bishop h3 looks strong as well, piling up on g2. If the queen is trapped and there's a pin here, then I can actually go rook h3. Huh. Okay, let's leave it at that. Thanks, guys. Good, short little problem solving session there. Let's end the stream if I can figure out how.